Hello, I'm Dr. Nick and I'm the Incrementalist. This week we're going to be talking about aging and the over 50s. Thanks to one of my viewers for the suggestion, and we're going to make this into a series. And to kick this series off, I thought there was no better place to start that than the city of Manchester. Why the city of Manchester? Well, this has been recently recognized as one of the first city regions in the United Kingdom to be age-friendly by the World Health Organization. So kudos to them. There are many other places, but it's important. This is part of society, and I heard the mayor of Manchester yesterday actually promoting and advocating that point. So what are we going to talk about and what's important about aging? Well, we all age. That's a certainty in life. And what does that mean for us? Well, one of the things is that we have all of these declines associated with our health, and our ability to cope with that and the things that we can do to mitigate that are an essential part of creating an age-friendly society and an age-friendly city. So Manchester has taken this on and said, we're going to create an integrated environment. We're going to acknowledge and include our elderly population as part of the overall process of not just healthcare, but infrastructure. It's as simple as creating easy access. It's as simple as creating an integrated healthcare system. So as part of this series of videos, we're going to focus on some of the autonomy, some of the important things that I think are essential as part of this aging process. We can learn from other countries. In South Korea, for instance, reaching your 65th birthday is a huge celebration. It's a great achievement, the involvement in family and friends. We actually celebrate that, and we seem to have lost sight of that in many of our societies. As I said recently in an interview, there's almost nobody that I know on this planet that says, gosh, I really want to age in a hospital. Most of us want to age in our home. And how do we facilitate that? How does technology help us? So as part of this series, we're going to look at healthcare and the things that healthcare can contribute to this. How does technology help you retain your autonomy and be safe at home? How does it help the family support? How do we free, from a long-term healthcare standpoint and a long-term care standpoint, all of the carers who are essentially, in many instances, unacknowledged, and it's a huge challenge, particularly for women. So freeing up the women resource that is the primary caregiver. Nod to my brother, who was a huge supporting infrastructure for my mother in her older life, and without him, I think it would have been very challenging for her. So entirely grateful to him for all of the work, and my other brother who contributed as well. I was actually out of the country. It made it very difficult for me. So how do we deal with this? What can we learn from Manchester as a city and what they're doing? And how do we find those small incremental steps from our own perspective? Because if any of the younger individuals watching this are like me when I was younger, you think, oh, I'm never going to age, it's not a problem. And one of the most important things we can do from an incremental standpoint is to enter older age more healthily. So what do we need to do? What steps can we take to make that be the case? So, looking forward to this series. Thanks for this suggestion. We're going to talk about all of those issues and break it up into little segments. So, for those of you listening, if you like this video, if you could like it in the section below, I'd appreciate that. If you've got other suggestions, you've got some comments or feedbacks, or even some thoughts around what we could talk about as part of this, please put it in the comments below. Otherwise, I'm Dr. Nick. I'm the Incrementalist. Don't let perfection stand in the way of progress.